Hey guys, welcome back to another cozy crochet vlog. I'm really excited to get started on this one with you. We have some plans. I thought I'd just talk about them really quickly. So updates on some projects. I'm still working on the heart blanket. We are going to start our next tapestry, which we'll get to in a little bit. And I did finish the little scrap basket that I was working on last vlog, I think, for my mom. So I'll insert a video of that. It's really cute. I wanted to finish it up real quick before she came to visit again so I could send that home with her. I really like making those. If you're looking for like a super simple, mindless, or beginner friendly project, I think that one is great. I'll link the information to make that below. And then the other thing that I just want to do together real quick is just finish this wall. So as you can see, I put a few things up to just kind of cozy up this corner. I had plans. It's been really plain, but it's also not something that I want to rush into. So we'll talk about that in a second. But before I do, I just want to share something with you that I love, and it is this vintage ruler that I have. I was in my in-laws' garage and have all this wood, and I saw this in there and I was like, that is amazing. And they had a whole bunch and they let me have some. And so I have this one and a couple other ones, but I think this will look beautiful on the wall. It's this vintage ruler, and on the front it says, sorry for the profanity, but it says Stitch and Bitch. And I just think it is stunning. Like, look at the detail on this. So I don't know exactly how old it is. He didn't really have any information on it. But on the back says Quilter's Yardsticks, yours truly, Inc., Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Michigan. He was from California, so I'm not entirely sure how these came to be in his possession, but he's had them for a really long time, and I love it. So we're gonna put this on the wall. Let's go ahead and just hang out together and do that, talk through some things, and then we'll start hopefully working on our next tapestry project. Okay, so this print right here is an Emily Nunez print. I follow her on Instagram, and I asked for this for Christmas, and it's the most beautiful cozy print. Obviously, I love the stars, the blanket, the dog, everything. It's perfect. I put it in this frame that I got from Target. I'll link that below. And then also I got this fabric that I thrifted. So I just framed it in the fabric that I thrifted, and I put the print in there, and I just think it looks so good together. This heart shelf I also thrifted, so I thought it'd be so good for some of my jelly cats to put them on display, kind of cozy up this corner. And then also I want to put this ruler like right here. So let's do that real quick. Let's put our jelly cats up there. They were up there, but my daughter wanted them down when she saw them. And we'll put the ruler up and we'll take a look at how it looks. I feel like I should have put that up higher, but I don't really feel like messing with it anymore. So that's kind of how it's looking. I like how this corner is getting cozier. I'd like to add some twinkle lights. Maybe, I wish I kind of had one of those like lantern dangling ones, but I don't want to spend extra money if that lamp just works fine. So that's looking really cute. I have this yarn left over from my mom's scrap basket, so I thought we could just wind it up together because it's kind of like loose enough where I feel like having it in a cake would be easier, and it's gonna be less likely for it to get tangled. So I got this for my birthday. First time I used it, absolute nightmare. The yarn got so tangled, and it was nice, expensive yarn. I did get a Swift for that issue, but this is just some like Hobby Lobby yarn, and I'm just going to, since it's so flat, wind it up. And I thought we could do that together because this was like my third time using it. First time terrible, second time figured it out, proud of myself. Third time I'm feeling more confident. So I thought I'd actually share it with you all this time. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I realized I needed a cord for it. So let's try that again. This is like the most nerve-wracking part. Okay. Wait, this is so pretty. Okay. I did it! Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I'm a pro now. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I feel like I don't know where to store it. I have this electrical panel. I'm looking over at it. I have this electrical panel in my craft room that has like this pegboard on the top of it because of the fact that I'm hiding it, right? But I thought it'd be cute if I actually used it to put these on. Like, picture this. So here it is. You've maybe seen this before, but I need to fix it closing. But if I had some pegboards on this and I could stick some of these on here, that'd look cute, right? What do you think? Tell me if you think I should do that. But this cake is stunning. Stunning. Okay, we got all our yarn. We're gonna start our next tapestry, and if you haven't guessed already, it's the toad, the frog and toad blah tapestry by Crochet or Cry. And these are the colors that I have. These are the ones that I had already had, this gray and this green, and then I bought this black, this vintage white, and this mustard. So I went ahead and printed, I'm not gonna show you, but the image chart. And I'm hoping that I can just get started. My worries as someone who's just started tapestry crochet, I'm worried about adding in more colors. I'm worried about, because the one I did last was the bow and it was uniform on both sides, so I didn't really have to pay attention to that. And this one is different because it's not a mirrored image, right? So that's the word I was looking for. It's not a mirrored image. So like the right and wrong side and getting that mixed up. So I'm gonna refer to the image chart, but I also might look at where it's like written out line by line. I think that might help me not get it mixed up or like having to count or whatever. So those are my concerns. I think we'll start it. I got my number 4 Clover Moore hook, and I got the vintage white to get us going. Maybe I'll just do the first like starting rows. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we got 2 rows done. I'm a little worried because it's like curling so much. This next row is gonna have our first color change. I tried to make that foundation change with a size 5 hook instead of a 4 to see if that would help me loosen things up, but now I'm just questioning things. So let's get to the fun part, shall we? Okay, we are about to do our first color change. Okay, not terrible. I feel like this is going to have to be a project I do not travel with because it's going to get messy. I'm marking off my chart here and using the color block instructions. All right, let's go. Color changing. I also put a stitch marker on the right side of the piece so I can easily know right side, wrong side. I'm just trying to make this as easy as possible. Okay. One, 2, 3. I wonder if there's like a way, like what do I do with a tail, right? Okay, so that's, okay, now I have 38 white, okay. Back to white. The next row is actually gonna add in the 3rd color, which is kind of what scares me. Oh, it's gonna get messy, it's gonna get wild. And eventually we'll be working with 5 colors, so I don't know how that works. I maybe should have looked up the whole bobbin technique before I got started on this, but I'm sure there's people that don't do it, so I think we'll be fine. Just have to be really careful about like not tangling things. And I feel like it's getting less wound up the bigger it's getting, so I think that's good. Hoping for this one compared to my first one, my tension's a little bit more consistent. I got some time right now because my mom is hanging out with my daughter. I had some mom-daughter time this morning while my daughter was at preschool, and then we went out to lunch. We picked up my daughter from preschool, went out to lunch, and then I'm just kind of getting some solo time, and my husband and I get to go on another date night tonight, so that's nice. Here we are. 4 rows in. It's a mess. I'm a little worried. I'll check in after I have a better amount of rows done. I know. Hi, it's been a couple days and I've been plugging along on this tapestry, and I just wanted to do a check-in when I was like halfway, and we're halfway. So I thought I would show you what it looks like so far and then just talk about what I've learned through this process of creating a tapestry with so many colors and so much bigger than the last one. I'm definitely learning a lot and hopefully kind of figuring out what works best for me. So let's just do the reveal of it halfway, and then we'll talk about it, and then I'll probably check in again when it's all done, and that'll be the end of this vlog. So if you can remember, I am doing the Frog and Toad tapestry by Crochet or Cry, and this is what it looks like so far, and I am happy with it so far. I mean, there's definitely some things to talk about and note, but I am happy with it. Here is what the back looks like. Just ignore that. I don't, it's the back. I'm not worried about it. I know some people can do it a lot neater, but I'm figuring it out as I go and finding out what's best for me. And I'm not worried about the back, to be honest. So the back is none of my business. Okay, the front is, and I'm really glad that you can tell what it is so far from what we can see. Obviously, we have some work to do. My daughter knows it's Frog and Toad, so she's excited about that. She loves that show. We don't do a lot of screen time, and we're kind of aware of what she watches, so we do a lot of low stem stuff, and Frog and Toad on Apple TV is so good and cute. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this, and she keeps yelling at me to give him a head. So I keep telling her I'm working on it. It's taken some time. So let's just kind of talk about how it's been going. So I was following her method of carrying on the right side and these floats on the wrong side, and it was working, but I was having a really hard time carrying the yarn. And as you can see here, when I had done it over the white, the black under the white, like you could clearly see that. So I stopped carrying it here. But then honestly, I just stopped carrying it altogether, and I just did floats for the wrong side and the right side because I was just having an easier time with that. It was working for me. I could go faster, and I mean, that's fine. That seems to just be working for me. Obviously, there is like wasted yarn, but like I'm not worried about it. And is it wasted if I'm using it in the project? Like I don't really get that. So the other thing I was struggling with was the fact that I had these huge skeins of yarn, right? You saw the haul. I had like the Pound of Love, black, antique white, like the pound mustard, and I just started working from that, and then it was just getting so tangled, so messy. So what I ended up doing was I just made these little balls of yarn, and that just made it easier for me to not get it tangled. And then also I kind of found ways to, like, once I got used to it, move balls around so it wasn't getting tangled. The other thing that I did was, because we have the white on this side and we have the white on this side, was I started pulling from the skein for one side, and then I had this ball for the other side, so I didn't have to drag like the white all the way across to the image, and the image was only going to get bigger. So this is where you can see, like, I stopped doing that. I have the white ball for this side and the skein for this side, and that seemed to be something that was really working for me and something that I figured out along the way. And I also feel like you can kind of see my tension getting tighter where I was starting to just work, but I feel like that happens with so many of my projects, but that's okay. Hopefully with blocking, it'll stretch out. And the other thing, the Pound of Love, the antique white, it is so much thinner than the other yarns. And I'm noticing it more with the antique white than I am with the black. The antique white just seems so much thinner than the other yarns that I'm using. So like, look, I don't know if you can kind of tell the difference. So I'm noticing that. I'm noticing it with the white more than the black, even though they're the same brand. And I'm also down to less colors now. Okay, that's connected. So I've already cut off the green and the gray. So I'm feeling like, even though I'm halfway, it's going to be easier, because I feel like this part was harder than this top part, because it's going to be less colors and hopefully it'll work up faster. So I'm really excited. We're halfway done. Thought I'd just check in with y'all, kind of go over some things that are, working for me, that I've noticed, and just kind of get those off my brain while they're fresh in my head. So I'm going to talk to you real quick about something that I talked about earlier in the vlog, and then I'll probably check in when it's all done, and that'll include hopefully like getting it on the rod and doing like the border and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just do a final reveal together. Okay, so I talked about this earlier, and I just want to share an update on it. So I ordered these pegboards, and I wasn't really sure about the color. It seems a little bit much, but it's gonna be fine. I don't think I'm gonna return them to get the pink ones, but they work perfectly on this pegboard. I put it to hide our electrical panel, and then this was my idea where I take a cake, if I have extra cakes and that are wound up, then I can put them on the hook, and eventually, because I don't think I'll keep those out if I don't need them, I'm just gonna store them in my desk drawer, but I can just hang some of my cakes on the pegs on the pegboard that's hiding my electrical panel. So like, this is what's, hidden in here, Ooh, yeah, so we're hiding that. But how cute is that going to be? So obviously I don't have much up there right now, but I thought I'd just give you the update. I think it's going to be so cute as I wind up more cakes. I need to do it for this one, so we can add that one up there soon too. So I just thought I'd share that update, and then I'll talk to you again when our tapestry is done. We are done. We finally finished the tapestry. This is such a big one compared to the one I did last time. This has like 6 colors in it. Well, let's see, this one has 5 colors in it compared to the first one I did, which only had 2. So this was a big jump from the first to the second tapestry I did. So I just want to do a reveal and then take a little bit of time to talk about it. And then I think we should hang it up in here too. Okay, so here she is. This is my finished tapestry. Isn't it beautiful? I am absolutely obsessed with how it turned out, and I am so proud of myself for completing it. I think I did such a good job, considering this is the only the second tapestry I have ever done. My daughter was really obsessed with it too, and I think that's so cute. So here's the back. I don't really know how a back is supposed to look, but I know some people are interested in that. As you can see, I stopped carrying white here and I just swapped it out so that I had a ball for this side and a ball for this side to make it easier. And then I also stopped carrying my yarn around this section too. I wove in some of my ends, I added the border, and I think it turned out so good. I also blocked it because my tension, it kind of went like this, and you can kind of still see it slightly, but blocking it with steam and then pinning it down made it so much more like flatter and like a uniform shape, I'd say. So that was kind of essential for finishing off this project. And I just chained this hanging portion here. So I think it looks so good. I'm really, really happy with it. I will say that honestly, doing the letters was actually harder than doing this section because of how much I was swapping back between the two colors, even though I was using more colors in this section. I don't know. I just disliked this section more than this, but I am so proud of it. I have been really inspired now by Tapestry Crochet. There's so much more I want to do with it, and I was intimidated by this for so long, but giving it a shot is so worth it. I wish I did it a while ago, honestly. This was the first tapestry I saw in Blondie Knots video where I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. And I have been wanting to do it for so long, but I just was putting it off because I didn't think it was something I'd be able to do or it was going to be too hard. But I did it and I'm so proud of me. And I think we're going to hang it up back here somewhere. So let's do that and then take a final look. But here is a closer look. I think it looks so good. I'm excited to keep growing with Tapestry Crochet, maybe learning more techniques and just getting better at it. Figure out where this goes. So I'm thinking here. That looks good. Here. I'm thinking here would be good. Oh my gosh, look how cute it looks there. I'm obsessed with it. It looks adorable. Thank you so much for being here for the first time or for another cozy crochet vlog with me. I had so much fun this one. We did a lot of exciting things. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content like this from me. And if you want to see more content from me in general, I do post a lot on TikTok and Instagram where it's more mom lifestyle content. I can't wait to see what we get up to in our next vlog.